So we're on stage 4, almost stage 5 of my garage renovation. My son started calling it the cinema room, so for now, well, that's what we've started calling it in our house. My wife jokes about that because I think he thinks he's going to take it over. But I thought I'd do a video now because I've jumped quite a lot and I didn't want to jump even further and then try and explain what I've done without missing bits out. You can probably see I've just finished the insulation. We did 60mm rock wool in all the walls just because we've already got it's a brick wall garage, but the studs are 63, so it makes it really easy. It was just a little bit of measuring and cutting. The roof, however, is double, so it's two 60mm slabs of rock wool insulation. And what we realised really quickly is the joists or the beams in the roof are all slightly different, so they look like they're the same, but some of them are slightly over 60 wide and some of them are slightly under 60 wide. So, and the slabs are 1200 by 600, so some of them fit really nicely, some fit really badly, and some we had to cut, so the roof became tough. And actually, once you double them up, trying to hold them in when they're not perfect is not the easiest either. I saw a few techniques, but some of them were really complicated and some of them were, I didn't really want to use spray glue. So you can see basically I've used a material to hold the sides in, and then the ones that are really bad, I've just taped them and held them all in. Basically, I'm getting them all in place so that when the plasterboard goes on, they'll be fine. But yeah, the insulation's done. I'm now at the stage where I've got my pallet order delivered for my plasterboard. I got it from the same place I got my insulation. It was great. 44 sheets. So I decided in the end to just go with double layer normal plasterboard, just to save a bit of money, and everyone I spoke to said it's the best thing to do. It means if I make mistakes as well, I can buy more plasterboard the same, doesn't cost that much, easier to work with, lighter when I'm moving it around and working with it, straightforward. So that's the plan. I've been looking at plasterboard or acoustic adhesives, so I've got 2 big packs of that. I'm going to put it on all the studs when I do my first layer, and then I'm going to use it to bond all the layers together to take away all the cracks in the first layer and around, especially around the edges on the roof. And then I'm going to put it across the back of the second layer board like most people show they do, just to cut down on any like air gaps, make it full contact, but also take away all the other stuff that happens between multiple layers of the same material. So should be good. And then from there, once I've done that, the electrician comes and does the second fixing for the lights and the plugs, and then it's onto the floor. It's pretty exciting. It's starting to feel like an actual room. I'm getting more of a feel of the actual size of the room. I was a bit worried before I put the studs in and everything, like what it's going to feel like and how big it's going to be, but it feels pretty good. Even with the roof sagging a little bit because of the insulation, it feels like the roof's not too close, which was another worry I was going to have. The walls I think are going to be great. I think at the end, once I finish the project, the problem's going to be the door. Loads of people do crazy things with the door. I'm not sure how much money I'm going to have left at the end to do anything crazy. So that, and then I'm just going to build, I think, a plug for the window, because I'm just going to, once I've done the plasterboard, I'm just going to do a wood surround on it, and then I think some sort of insulation board / compressed foamy kind of thing I'm going to use, and that means I can put it in, but also I can take it out when I'm not using it, still have some sunlight, I don't know, something like that. That's a bit easier than the door. The door, I'll have to see. I don't really want to put too much crap on the door that I have, so I might just get a big old wooden door. But generally, you can see it's getting there, semi there. I'm sure my next video, when I'm going to do a video when I've done 1 layer of full plasterboard, I'll have come up with other problems that I've realised, because I know there's certain little jobs I need to do to allow me to plasterboard and to get it right. And I can feel like maybe some of those will be more complicated than I think, or than I've ever talked about. But generally, I'm hoping we're going through the stages now. I think the bit at the start with the studs and fixing to the walls and sorting some of the stuff with the roof, and then the damp proof membrane was the hard part. Now it's like boom, 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 throw it up, throw it up, throw it up, and then we'll get to the end and we'll do some finishing and we'll try and make it look decent. But yeah, this is where we are. Insulation, plasterboard. Hopefully when you come back next I'll have a big smile on my face because it'll actually feel like a room and it's been first layer plasterboard. If you've got any questions, let me know. If you've got any reasons think about it. If you've got any things that you notice that I'm doing that you think are terrible, let me know as well. Probably everything, but I'm learning as I go. If it's something I don't know, I'll learn it. So we're just kind of going like that and hoping it all comes out in the end. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's my garage. I basically just want to make noise in it, so it'll be okay. But see you later.